in the County of Lawrence. Nctv45.
Today's programming furnished by a grant from Chalala and Carney Florist on Mill Street in Newcastle. Programming made possible through a generous grant from Chuck Tanner's Restaurant, Wilmington Road in Newcastle.
And now it's time to get to the birthdays, as we always do. Brian Koppel, happy birthday. Sean Reeder, happy birthday. Mandy Marie, happy birthday. Rick Pierce, St. Mary's Fighting Irish guy, happy birthday. Diana Tanner, happy birthday. Terry Grossetti, happy birthday. Larry McCree, happy birthday. Alan Lynn Jackson, happy birthday. Make sure you get that second piece of birthday cake and celebrate all week long.
If you're hungry, don't be out in the desert. Head on down to the old Oasis. It's the Oasis Bar, 303 South Jefferson Street. Call 724-652-6104.
Newswatch, keeping you informed in state news, and this in from the Pennsylvania State Police, as that shows Josh Shapiro, but we'll go with this. They're talking about the drugs that have been seized from October 1st till December 31st. The Pennsylvania State Police announced that troopers seized $15.7 million in cocaine, methamphetamines, heroin, fentanyl, and other prohibited drugs in the fourth quarter. Cocaine, 200 pounds, roughly. Crack cocaine, 5.07 pounds. And, it's just amazing as you take a look at the narcotics that were seized. Just a very large amount all across the board, and thanks to our Pennsylvania State Police for getting and seizing that type of drug substances. Now, as Newswatch rolls on, the Hoyt having their classes now, as that begins and that's not it, but this maybe is. Oh well, we'll go on and get to it like this. The classes at the Hoyt begin. They've begun for their new after school special, and they also have classes for adults. Quite a few things going on. These 6-week classes that they have for adults: ceramics, drawing, stained glass, graphic design, and so much more. They have a variety of these, and I would suggest, because of the size of the list, that you go to the Hoyt Arts and Education Workshop. Also, check out their classes for the youngsters. It's a good after-school break. Now, continuing on, and we are at the deadline. And the deadline just passing on Friday, but if it was postmarked, it will continue in. You might want to know what I'm talking about. Well, it's the Mini Masterpiece series. Now, the entries had to be postmarked by Friday, But if you just got it in the mail yesterday, don't worry about it. They will accept them postmarked till January 19th. And that, very, very important. As we continue on with the windy weather and cold, power outages. Should you have one, report the outages to your utility company. Do not touch trees, branches, or contact power lines. Stay away from the downed wires and anything near them. Give utility crews room to work. Watch for work areas and use 911 only for emergencies. Now we're going to take this break on Newswatch and we'll be right back. This program was provided through funding from Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. A special thanks to Cedars, featuring Middle Eastern, Italian, and American cuisine. Hello and welcome to Lindy's Lunch. Yes, whether it's their great breakfast or, just like it says, lunch, it's great anytime. Yes, it's Lindy's Lunch. For the best, stop by. Give us a call. Hello and welcome to the Cedars Sports Corner Report. Let's get to the NFL. Well, Monday night playoff game, and I think it's absolutely excellent as Tampa Bay gets together with the Eagles. Game in Tampa Bay, that on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN Plus. And a rough road for the Eagles as they've been having their issues. We'll see if they can get back on the winning track. Now in the NBA, 1 o'clock on Monday, it is the Sixers at home taking on Houston. Dallas at home, 2:30, taking on New Orleans. Orlando at the New York Knicks, 3 o'clock. Detroit at Washington, 3 o'clock. San Antonio Spurs travel to Atlanta, 3:30. That game on TNT. Golden State on the road taking on Memphis, 6 o'clock TNT. Here's a great one. The Cleveland Cavaliers at home. They'll be taking on the Chicago Bulls. That game at 7 o'clock. Now, Miami, they will be on the road taking on Brooklyn, 7:30. The Boston Celtics on the road taking on Toronto, 7:30. The Indiana Pacers taking on Utah, 9 o'clock. And your nightcap, Oklahoma City taking on the LA Angels. That game, 10:30 on NBA TV. As we get over to hockey, well, here's an amazing type thing because it's been several kind of days in a row or close. The Pens back in action. They're taking on Seattle, games at home. All the games on the Plus. That game at 6 o'clock. Let's go, Pens. As we get back to the rest of the league, 1 o'clock, New Jersey at Boston. San Jose at Buffalo, 1 o'clock. Anaheim at Florida, 1 o'clock. Vancouver at Columbus, 1 o'clock. Kings at Carolina, 3 o'clock. New York Islanders at Minnesota, 5 o'clock. Nashville at Vegas, 6 o'clock. Colorado at Montreal, 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock. Philadelphia at St. Louis. Get you over to college basketball. And, well, Here you go. Starting at 12 noon on Monday, Ohio State at Michigan. That game on Fox. George Mason takes on George Washington, 2 o'clock, CBS Sports Network. That Atlantic 10 game. Dartmouth takes on Princeton, 2 o'clock, ESPN+. Watch that game. Princeton can really shoot the ball. Villanova at Marquette, 2:30 on Fox. LaSalle at St. Joe's, 4 o'clock, CBS Sports Network, as that's an Atlantic 10 showdown there. As you get further through the day, it's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish traveling to Boston College. That game going to be on ESPNU. Let's go Irish. As we get to the 7 o'clock hour, Farley Dickinson at St. Joe's. 7 o'clock, Columbia at Yale, that on the plus. 7:30 sees New Orleans at Nichols, that game on the plus. Getting to 8 o'clock, Lamar at McNeese, that game on the plus. And then your nightcap, 9 o'clock, CBS Sports Network. North Carolina A&T, and they're taking on Hampton. Hampton, a team that has frequently been in the NCAA tournament. That game on the CBS Sports Network, and that again at 9 o'clock. Head over to Cedars, get some great food, and by all means enjoy the games. We're going to take a time out. We'll be right back. Allie's Upper Crust at 1700 Highland Avenue has a full menu. Don't forget to give them a call at 724-652-7553. It's Allie's Upper Crust.
This program furnished by Sporting Goods, 23 East Washington Street, Newcastle. Call 724-658-2535.
Los Amigos! Ladies and gentlemen, if you need a good bite to eat, make sure to check out Los Amigos. They got you covered with things such as tacos, burritos, moca gente. It's Los Amigos. Los Amigos! Los Amigos! Los Amigos!
Newswatch rolling on, and here's a little reminder. The Now Nourishing Others Well-Being Project, on January 20th, a week from this Saturday, will be doing their food giveaway. This at 8:30 down at Town Mall. Make sure you stop down. Food for 1,600 families. Very important. Now, as we move on, we told you about that story. And let's remind you about the home buyer classes today. Understanding your credit report. And that will be at First Presbyterian Church from 6 to 8. Also, keep in mind as we move forward that the PUC calls for 2024 funding for water and wastewater assistance. And it's HIWAP grant. So keep checking that. May be in effect the same way LIHEAP, and LIHEAP is in effect right now to help. Beginning on January 16th, the filings to submit the property tax rent rebates for eligible applicants will be open. Do not hesitate to call and reach out, as this Elder Vogel says, 724-774-0444. And, don't get left out with the deadlines. Call them down there and find out what's going on. We're going to take this break and go to weather and see how your day is looking. These fine businesses provided funding for this program.
gatherings, town and country, and on target.
This program sponsored by Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company. Brian Ches, owner, call 724-498-4760. Brian would be glad to visit.
Today's programming furnished by a grant from Joseph's Supermarket. Special thanks to Joseph's.
Hello and welcome to Lawrence County 45 weather. And wee doggy, can you say cold? 10 degrees last night under cloudy skies. Take a look at the local radar, seeing snow up by the lake. Wonder how that's going to bode for the Steeler game later on today in Buffalo. Now, cloud cover stretching from the east to the west. You only have the immediate east coast that's clear. Everything else, clouds everywhere. That's going to give you a forecast that looks like this. Last night, 10, and your Monday, 22 and 13, sunshine comes out. It's going to feel like Florida as those warmer temperatures. Tuesday, 21 and 4, 60% chance of snow. And yes, I'll be giving you updates depending on the weather conditions and accumulations. Wednesday, 17 and 12, cold again, as you bop into your Thursday. 26 and 17, we bump up again and get that warm feeling just in time for Friday to roll around. 21 and 8, it'll feel a little bit chillier. Now, as we get to your Saturday, 18 and 10, sunny skies, but we've gone down a little bit down the scale from those upper 20s. And then Sunday, 22 and 15, another cold day as you make it through your week. Here's hoping that you stay warm, and here's hoping that you have a great Martin Luther King Day. Now, we're going to take a look at the weather chart and then hear from some great people that would like to hear from you. You've been watching Lawrence County 45 weather right here on Nctv45.
Los Amigos! Make sure to check out Los Amigos on West State Street, Newcastle, PA 16101. It's Los Amigos. Los Amigos! Los Amigos! Los Amigos!
Hi, pizza friends. You can still find delicious Augustine's pizza at your local supermarket. The folks at Augustine's Pizza hope that their pizza is always your first choice for any and all occasions.
Welcome back, and now it's time to talk about the winter program classes at the Hoyt. The Hoyt's after-school art resumes, and it started on the 9th, which was 2 days ago. And they have great after-school programs for grades 1 through 6 as they get back from the holiday break. Now, they talked about World War II this week, and the students will paint a sea fantasy craft, a boat, the floats, and a sketch from other galleries. But next week, classes will be playing a game. Learn about the lines on day 1. These lines create rectangles and tangled black and white patterns. So, interesting enough, they are going to have some pretty great classes. Check out the Hoyt. Now, with that being said, we're going to go to Josh, excuse me, and the library. Josh?
Hello and welcome, and reporting live right in front of the Newcastle Public Library. And speaking of them, they received another additional $50,000 match. The Newcastle Public Library's capital campaign has gotten a boost, which will not only help fund much needed renovations, but enable donors to stretch their gifts. The drive, dubbed Elevate the Newcastle Public Library, has a $200,000 target goal for Phase 1. The primary goal of the campaign is to modernize the elevator, which has been out of service since November. With community donations, that work can begin, eventually enabling the Youth Services Department to return to its home on the 2nd floor. The library is very grateful to everyone who has donated or made a pledge for the library. Director Andrew Henley said, quote, while it seems we have a lot further to go, another generous donor, has made a remarkable pledge. A library patron is offering a dollar-for-dollar match up to $50,000. Henley noted that the person who has requested anonymity has worked in the education field. The donor knows the importance of the library and has seen the positive effects on young scholars, he explained. The generous donation is beyond impactful. Those wishing to make a donation may go to ncdlc.org/elevate or send a check to the Newcastle Public Library at 207 East North Street, Newcastle, PA 16101. The checks must be made out to the Newcastle Public Library with the words Elevate in the memo line. All donations are tax deductible. So great story here from the Newcastle Public Library. Make sure you go check out their website and check out the Newcastle Public Library, of course, open 7 days a week. So, I'm Josh Horner, reporting live for NCTV45.
And Josh always keeping us informed on what's going on. Now, over the last few days, we've had snow flurries, rain, a lot of slushy type activity that I guess it's this time of year. But here's a little reminder. Allow 6 car lengths behind an operating snow plow. Be careful while driving and be alert. Now, with that being said, we're going to go to Josh, and he's going to tell us a little bit about winter driving.
Hello and welcome into NCTV45. Today we got a great story for you. Winter driving puts your skills to the test. 10 ways to keep you safe on dangerous highways during this winter season. Winter driving season is most challenging to our nerves, vehicles, and skills. The scenario is too familiar. Temperatures drop, snow falls, and ice forms. It's a losing trifecta. Slippery roads cause many of us to shudder behind the wheel. Our family commutes just became a treacherous nightmare. Snow and ice, meanwhile, aren't the only culprits. Fewer hours of daylight obscure our vision, and the sun's glare reflecting off the snow can have a blinding effect. Rapidly changing weather conditions, make it essential drivers remain alert and vigilant. Here are 10 winter driving tips to help make the experience safe and less stressful. Monitor weather and travel conditions. Know the difference between a winter storm watch and winter weather advisory and how they could impact your plans. Think cautiously if you must drive in wintry conditions. Make sure your fuel tank is full. Clear all snow from your hood, roof, windows, and lights of your vehicle. Increase your following distance. Focus as far ahead as possible. Avoid hard braking. It could keep you from sliding into another vehicle or barrier. Not all vehicles respond similarly to icy, slippery roads. Familiarize yourself with the vehicle's braking system and traction. Don't panic if your vehicle becomes trapped in a storm or snowbank. Avoid exertion and exposure and stay in the vehicle. Try to avoid secondary roads and drive with caution. Measure your speed to road and weather conditions. Plan your route and make sure someone knows which way you will be traveling, your destination, and expected arrival time, especially when driving long distances. Report a safe arrival. Leave room for maintenance vehicles and plows. Remain at least 200 feet behind them. Carry a winter survival kit in the trunk or storage area of your vehicle. Fully charge your cell phone. And always keep a road map, flashlight, first aid kit, blanket, and shovel in your vehicle. And finally, and most importantly, drive slowly. Take your time. The posted speed limits are meant for dry pavement, not winter conditions. So, please make sure you stay safe out there this winter season. Reporting for Nctv45, I'm Josh Erner.
Why, thanks, Josh, as Josh updates us on that winter driving. Now, very important, what we're going to do is take this opportunity, take a break, and head over to Lawrence County 45 weather.
Today's programming is brought to you by NCTV45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station.
At our law firm, we see you. Come see us at lgkg.com.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for this edition of NCTV45 Newswatch. As you get out and about today, make sure you tell a friend, and have a friend tell a friend about NCTV45. They'll be glad you did. And when they say, oh, geez, I don't watch a lot of TV, why, you tell them this. That's right, we're NCTV45 The Train, and we're available anytime on your time. A train that runs on your schedule. Why, that's NCTV45. Now, as you go through your day, make sure you get that second cup of coffee and have a super day in what I call the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence. Have a great day, everybody. See you again real soon.
NCTV45, The Train, anytime on your time.